What's going on, Facebook world? What's going up? What's up, friends? Swint here. Needed to hop on here. I told you guys I would be back on, and so I'm here. So I'm gonna see who wants to join me for a quick chat, real quick. I wanted to finish up. I was finishing up. It's a continuation of my last Facebook Live, where I was talking about your network equals your net worth. And I was in the car, and my mom called me, and she decided to cut off my Facebook Live. So anyway, that happens. When sometimes when you're doing your Facebook Live. But this time, I'm doing it from my iPad. So now nobody can call me. So that's a quick tip for you guys. Like when you're doing your Facebook Live, log in from maybe your computer if you can, or log in from your iPad, log in from your tablet and see. Because now my phone is over here. They can interrupt my broadcast, which is going to interrupt my conversation, which is going to then interrupt my thought pattern. So anyway, going into what we were talking about a few days ago when I was in the car, and it was just a really great epiphany I had. I was having a conversation with my best friend, and we were talking about because he's in banking, and he was talking about when you're in banking and you're continuing to help recruit and you are bringing people in. I actually used to be in banking too. So when I was in banking, when you're a relationship manager, I was a Bank of America relationship manager. I had a book of business, and my job was to sell. My job was to sell banking products, right, financial products, to my customers, right. But the only thing is that you have to have a large pipeline, because there is what's called a funnel, right. And so you have to have a large pipeline in order to funnel people throughout your business, because there is such thing as funneling in order to get to you're shucking and sorting to get to the sale. That's just how the numbers work, right? The numbers don't lie. So we were talking about, and he said, I told my people that they need to have seven new talks. So they had to have 7 new people that they talk to every single day. 7 brand new people, 7 brand new strangers that they haven't talked to, that they have never met, and that they had to meet them, or they had to whatever. Like at my bank, I was out in the lobby, or I may have been on the phone call, or I may be taking walk-ins. I may be at the ATM. I may be out at the food court because my center was attached to a mall area. So I was always interacting with people. I have my cards ready to go, because you never know what people need. And so in order to build your book of business, in order to make the sale, in order to really hit your numbers, you have to have a large pool of people. As one of my business partners said, my mentor said, grab the net. Get the net. Get the net. Get a big old, like in fishing, when they're out in Alaska catching probably the salmon, I don't know. They get a big net, and they catch a lot of people. They catch a lot of fish. And so that is what you're doing, right? So, but coming as far as your network equaling your net worth, we have to make sure we have to always be cognizant of who is in our environment. We have to be cognizant of who's in our environment, who is what I call in your 5 senses. Who is in your 5 senses? Who is in your bubble? Who's in your bubble? Right, because it affects you, right? So they say, if you're around 5 successful people, you are bound to be the 6th one. Yep, that's usually the case. So if that's the case, then we have to be very, very, very careful of who we're around. And sometimes you can't help it, right? Some people who you may be married to them, your wife, it might be your husband. It might be your sister, your brother. It might be just your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It might just be mom or dad, unfortunately. That may not be the best for you. They may not be the best for you. And so it's okay. It's okay, but you have to be able to tune them out and only give them a certain amount of time, especially if you're going for a big goal, especially if you're doing something they don't approve of or, they don't support. You have to make sure that you're constantly feeding your ears or your eyes or speaking, right, using your tongue. I was on a live with my business partner earlier, and I said the power of the tongue. He said he told his his partners, I don't want to hear the word try. I don't want to hear the word hope. It'll happen. Maybe, those type of words are just not strong words. They leave questions. They're not very strong, and people, if you're trying to, talk to somebody who's a really strong business person who has a strong personality and has a lot of confidence in what they're doing every day, they won't believe you. We had a training at Bank of America where they were talking about passive words, and then really strong, powerful words that people can understand, and people, or when you're selling, that people will, they will pretty much, they will support, not support, but they will feel like you're confident, and they will believe you, right? So it's a form of belief, right? So if I'm telling you, oh, hey, I can get you an auto loan at 2.3% interest rate, and you won't have to pay anything for the first 3 months, then and I'm really sure about that, then the customer say, okay, great, let's see it. But if I'm saying I think I might better get you an interest rate for 2.3 interest, but I don't know, you might have to pay the first month. You just don't seem sure, right? You just don't seem sure. And so when you're in that type of mind space, people don't believe you, and you're not able to really make things happen. So network is your net worth. So really super important that you're always constantly networking with the right people. And I'm really big on that. I've been called the prospecting king, where I'm out, and it's just because maybe somebody has some nice shoes, or a lady may have on, she had on a nice dress, give her a compliment, or I might feel like she just looks pretty. But of course I have to be careful with that, because I don't think I'm actually trying to hit on her. I'm just necessarily just making a friend. So your network is your net worth, and something else I want to talk about on this topic. So as far as when you are, so real quick. So really, I am, as far as my net worth. So I'm going to continue to be doing these lives. So I have been inconsistent, and I will accept that, right? Accept it. Now, a lot of us, have said, oh, we're going to do our lives, and we are going to make it happen. Well, life gets in the way. However, we cannot make excuses. So I was on a live with one of my business partners, and she was really funny, and she was like, some people just have a fear of speaking in front of people. I've learned over the years, I've gotten much better at it, and so I'm great with it. I am, and I look forward to. I see myself speaking in front of thousands of people, but some people don't. Some people are scared to do it, and so you want to make sure that you're always, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Always like to let you guys know I appreciate you guys joining me real quick. So you always want to make sure that you are, to continue to get yourself into a habit. And a lot of us, we are going into the month of June. I know we had New Year's resolutions, right? We had New Year's resolutions that we wanted to lose some weight, right? We wanted to lose some weight. We wanted to slim down. We wanted to make more money. We wanted to get closer to God. Well, what are you doing to get you closer to that, right? What did you say you were going to do as far as losing weight? Oh, I'm going to hit the gym every day. I'm going to be in the gym 4 or 5 times a day. Well, 4 or 5 times a week. Hey, what happened? You only gotten in there once a week. So got to make sure we're staying on point, and staying in a consistent manner when it comes to achieving our goals. So I will be hopping on in every day. I don't know what I'm going to be saying every day, but it's going to be some good stuff. It's going to be maybe some fun stuff. It may be just be me chiming in and just sending out some positivity to people. Sometimes people need to hear something positive, because I know I have 2 Facebooks, and my first one was from when I was in high school and college, and I told myself I need a second Facebook. And when I go through my timeline, guys, it is just filled with, just heavy hitters. Heavy hitters, heavy hitters. I mean, these people are business people. They own businesses. They write books. They're speakers. They're authors. They're high profile entrepreneurs. Whether it's a Grant Cardone, it's a Gary Vaynerchuk, Peter Vu, which is a younger up and coming amazing speaker and author. Whatever. I mean, I'm following some great people, so I'm constantly filling my ears. I'm reading my ear. I'm reading, filling my eyes, and I'm listening to the right information. I'm also speaking it. So it's all comes with repetition, right? So repetition is the mother of all success. So if I am continuing doing the same thing over and over again, just like building a muscle, I'm a trainer, so I have to actually be teaching. I got to get off this in a minute. I have to go teach in a few hours, and so it's just success is just like building up a muscle. You have to do it every day. You have to, just like a habit. It takes 21 days to create a habit. So once you create that habit, then you start seeing things start just happening because you are doing things subconsciously, right? They call it unconscious competence. I think it is a term. So, but it's when you are basically doing something and you just do it, just second nature, just like saying your name or just like your birthday, just like your mother's or father's name. Just like driving, you just do it subconsciously. You're doing maybe a couple things where you shouldn't be, but you're able to drive safely and get to your destination. Well, same thing with success. So, I am really, 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 really fired up about the rest of this year. It's been a great start to the year, but it's going to get better. And I had some things hit me. Of course, my father passed away in beginning of March, in end of February. Was devastating, very devastating, and it's still devastating. But I know that I have to continue to push myself. Like I have to. I know that my dad was a strong man, and really, and might have been the reason maybe why he passed. But because he just was so self-sufficient and he made things happen, and didn't really need a lot of people's help. Of course, he had people helping him, but just he was very, very ambitious. He was strong. Just really a man of integrity and strength and character. And people really appreciate that. So anyway, I think that this is going to be a great month. It's going to be an amazing month, and great things are going to happen. Guys know I was in Thailand about a week ago. It was phenomenal. I mean, just to get that experience, just to literally leave the North America continent, go to Asia. It was phenomenal. The energy was just amazing. The people were gracious and just really courteous, which I really loved because I'm all about treating people with total respect and treating people like they're special, because we all are special. But unfortunately, some people don't recognize that. But anyway, that is it. So your network is your net worth. Relaunching. I always put relaunching in here. Yes, I am relaunching. I am launching, which means that I am in rhino mode when it comes to my business. You guys know I'm a fitness entrepreneur, and so I have a tech company that we have launched a few months back, and now I'm in relaunch mode, and we are going to look at expanding throughout the USA, also throughout the DC area, but also internationally. We've already expanded internationally, and so we're making it happen, guys. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys. We are making things happen. What's up, Leonard? Leonard joined me on here, and Mr. Olufemi, he joined me as well. And thanks, guys, for joining me. Hey, what's up, Jericho? He joined me as well. It was a good live today. So I finished. This is part 2 of Your Network is Your Net Worth. And guys, it is about to be fire. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining me, Jericho. Appreciate it, brother. Having fun in Canada. But yeah, so that's it. I'm going to get up all prepared to go get ready to go train. I got work to do, and I'm sure you guys got stuff to do. But I appreciate you guys for joining me. Swint here, Noble. I'm just ecstatic, guys. But I know something really big is about to happen. And you know what? It could be you. I'm getting ready to help. I told this guy earlier. I'm ready to help people. I'm ready to help 3 to 5 people make anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 by the end of this month. And so it could be you. And yes, there is an income disclosure. when it comes to that. It comes with hard work and dedication. And so we are going to make it. We're going to put in some work and make some things happen this month. All right, guys, I'm gone. I'll be back on here tomorrow with some good stuff. Don't know yet, but we're going to make it happen. Peace, guys.